Hi and welcome to Volusia Magazine. I'm your host, Amber Patterson. Get informed about a new scam using fire safety as its guise. Find out about how the scammers are approaching people and asking for money and what you can do to keep from falling prey. Then one of Volusia's most identifiable services gets a facelift and becomes Beach Safety Ocean Rescue. And finally, we'll learn about the county's award-winning ECHO program. Those segments, special reports, and more coming right up on Volusia Magazine. I hope you stay tuned. We all feel grateful when firefighters and police officers put their lives on the line to help us. That's exactly why con artists pose as firefighters and sheriff's deputies to ask for money. Although they claim to be the real deal, it can be a raw deal for you. Keep in mind that groups that have nothing to do with the police or sheriff's deputies can put those words in their names to gain your sympathy. Plus, the fakers often use real names very similar to those of real organizations just to confuse you. If you donate once, you will be bombarded with calls and letters asking you to donate again. The same group may claim it's been a year since you last gave, or a different group may call and claim that you've donated in the past. That's because con artists sell their easy target list to one another.
Volusia County Fire Services does not participate in solicitations for donations, and we do not have a contract for a company to solicit donations or advertisements on our behalf. If someone contacts you and asks you for a donation or solicitation for an advertisement in some publication, do not answer them, don't give them any information. Rather, we would prefer that you call us, give us the information, and we'll follow up on the company.
Volusia County Fire Services and the Sheriff's Office advise you to do your homework if you're called by a solicitor. Ask the fundraisers to identify themselves and ask whether they are paid solicitors. Ask what percentage of your donation will go to professional solicitors versus what percent will go to the cause. Find out whether your money will be used locally. Ask the caller for a number you can call back after you've thought about it. Shady groups won't want to provide this. Ask solicitors to provide detailed written information explaining how your money will be used. If the group is illegitimate, you'll never receive it. Before you give, contact your local police or fire department to verify whether the solicitor is really raising money for them. Try to speak to somebody other than the initial receptionist who picks up the phone.
The bottom line is Volusia County Fire Services does not solicit for donations. So if you get contacted, do not participate.
To check a charity's reputation, you can go to www.bbb.org, the website of the Better Business Bureau. Have you ever ridden a bicycle on one of Volusia County's trails, attended a ball game at the Jackie Robinson Ballpark, or taken in a play at the Athens Theater in DeLand? Have you ever stopped by to tour the historic DeBerry Hall or the Museum of Arts and Sciences? Perhaps you have taken part in a class at the Lyonia Environmental Center in Deltona or spent some time at one of our beautiful beachfront parks. If you've done any of these things, then you've experienced some of the fruits of Volusia County's award-winning ECHO program.
ECHO has supported a wide variety of worthy projects in every corner of our county and across each element of the program. By the end of this fiscal year, ECHO will have generated more than $66 million in revenue. By the time the program sunsets in 2021, we will collect another $40 million that will be used to enhance the quality of life in our beautiful county.
ECHO stands for Environmental, Cultural, Historical, and Outdoor Recreation. The program was approved by Volusia voters in 2000 in the form of a small property tax levy for 20 years. And since the program was created, more than 100 projects have been funded with matching 50-50 grants from the taxpayer-supported ECHO Fund. Altogether, these projects received about $57 million in ECHO support. To stay in touch with Volusia citizens, the County Council is hosting a series of listening sessions across the county that will focus on where ECHO goes from here. These listening sessions will give the public an opportunity to comment about the program's future. For more information on the location and times of the 5 community listening sessions, you can go to volusia.org/echo. If you're unable to attend a listening session, you can still share your comments. Just visit volusia.org/echo and fill out a comment card. Taking a cue from Disney World, Volusia County is implementing changes that will make beach employees more approachable while improving safety on the beach and in the water. The Volusia County Council recently approved several changes, which include a new name and look for the county safety force and a new philosophy that focuses more on lifeguarding than policing.
Yes, you know, people go to Disney and people are friendly there, and you have the great atmosphere, you have the great look, and that's what we're trying to create down here on the beach. One of the other things that I want to bring into play is community policing. I want the employees to be out of their vehicles when they can, talking to residents and talking to visitors and making their experience and their visit here worthwhile, and because we want them to come back again. So we're going to have more of a friendly atmosphere down here. We're going to enforce the laws differently with a different approach, a softer approach, and we're going to get compliance with people using some friendly tactics and you know, good customer service. It's about good customer service.
The old name for the triple certified officers on the beach, Beach Patrol, has been replaced by Beach Safety Ocean Rescue to emphasize the group's #1 priority, which is rescuing swimmers. Each year, county lifeguards perform about 3,000 ocean rescues. New uniforms will help beach visitors distinguish lifeguards from law enforcement personnel. While all beach employees are certified lifeguards, only half of them are trained law enforcement officers. The new uniforms will be red and yellow for lifeguards and blue and white for law enforcement personnel. They're expected to debut on the beach during the July 4th holiday. One of the most significant changes is the reduction in size of the Beach Safety Ocean Rescue vehicles.
We traditionally used larger trucks that were 4-door that we could haul a lot of equipment in, and they have a purpose on the beach even today. But we went from a fleet where it was mostly all trucks to one now where we have 9, we're going to get down to 7. They'll only make up about 20% of the fleet. The rest of the fleet will be things like the little UTVs, Jeeps, the smaller pickup trucks, the ATVs, and we're going to put those in places where they do the most good and where they're the least offensive, where especially based on crowds, time of year, weather. All of this is part of a larger package where we're trying to make sure that the force, this sort of elite force that we have, that makes up beach services, that it not only is effective and efficient, but also blends in more with the nature of the beach, to be friendly, to be, you know, sort of that vacation feel.
For more information about Volusia County's beach safety efforts, you can visit volusia.org/beach.
Hello, I'm Volusia County Sheriff Ben Johnson with an important public service announcement. Don't risk your life and the lives of others by texting and driving. Put the phone down or safely pull over. Looking down for 1 second is all it takes. Is it really worth it?
And now let's join reporter Michelle Coates on the Business Beat.
Hi, I'm Michelle Coates with Volusia County Business Beat, and we're here at Costa del Mar with Costa President and CEO Chaz McDonald.
Costa del Mar is tantamount to cool shades, sunglasses that deliver the ultimate performance.
This is what helps keep Costa on the map, and is a passion of every one of our 80 employees inside here at Costa del Mar.
Fabulous. Well, let's go check it out.
All right, my pleasure. We make high performance, premium polarized sunglasses. And we do that, we do their manufacturing right here in our headquarters facilities in Daytona Beach.
In 2004, Consolidated Tomoka company leaders, seeing the benefit that opening new industrial land could have for both the company and the community, and Volusia County Department of Economic Development officials were able to reach an agreement that opened more than 30 acres of new industrial land for development along the Mason Avenue extension. Now known as the Gateway Business Park South, Costa del Mar is one of the newest companies to move there.
Very important that this site was available to us because, frankly, when you're at a point in time where you're growing out of your building, our employee base is very important to us. And what we were able to do is find a very good compromise in not only the location, but also accessibility and a centralized location. It's excellent access for our shipping and receiving. Plus, we're not that far from the beach and from the water, which is what we consider our laboratory.
Water has always been Florida's playground. Today, Costa del Mar develops technology that allows us to see more of it. They create more ways of seeing more colors, from the core collection to the shore collection, from the glass lens to polycarbonate lenses.
That really is what drives Costa del Mar. Lens technology, covered with great frames, and we've got something for everybody.
Costa built its reputation on the Costa 400 lens and are pioneering high-tech, high-performance lenses with their Costa 580s. From mirror lenses to gray and amber, Costa holds the patent on technology and quality. We tried out the new technology, a sneak peek at the new copper 580s. This is how Costa del Mar employees check their glasses. Their laboratory is out under the Florida sunshine. Costa employees take pride in their work, and the company backs its product with a lifetime warranty. They believe in the perfect fit and the best materials. Each pair of shades is built, inspected, and re-inspected by hand in the Daytona Beach headquarters.
We take a lot of pride in what we've developed in the product that we produce. And that comes all the way from the engineering phase all the way through production, and as you'll see here, the final production phase here at Costa del Mar. First of all, we do have a lifetime warranty, so for any manufacturing defect, Costa del Mar stands behind its product 100%. Not only do we have an incoming inspection to make sure that all of our components are up to our high tolerance specifications, but there's up to 20 inspection points during our production process to ensure that when that product finally goes into its case and out the door to your consumer and then finally into your ownership, that's going to be the highest quality product that we can make.
From movie stars and race car drivers to legendary anglers and even college football coaches, you'll find Costa on some pretty famous heads and some pretty extreme locales.
Our product has gone as far as Mount Everest. So many people see our product as being just a fishing glass. I mean, in the world we're kind of known as a fishing glass company, but what we provide is outstanding sunglasses, outstanding optics, and they really can be used for everyday use in many different functions.
With more than 50 styles of frames in 18 colors and 6 lenses in multiple materials, the choices for those of us living in the bright Florida sunshine is nearly unlimited. Thanks for joining us today at Costa del Mar with CEO and President Chaz McDonald, where they make everything from copper to blue mirror sunglasses. I'm Michelle Coates with the Volusia County Business Beat.
And now let's join health reporter Stephanie Strong for this message from the Volusia County Health Department about pool safety.
Nothing beats a cool pool on a hot Florida day. Swimming is one of the most refreshing activities to beat the heat. On this day, swimmers from the Ormond Holly Hill Otters Club are enjoying the Cypress Aquatic Center in Daytona Beach. These competitive swimmers are between the ages of 7 to 18.
The health department inspects public pools like this one to make sure they're safe for swimmers.
We at the Volusia County Health Department inspect public swimming pools to make sure that they're safe for the bather. We check the chlorine and pH of the swimming pool. The chlorine is the disinfectant. It kills bacteria and viruses that may be shed into the water by bathers.
Environmental health specialist Suzanne Grubbs is just one of a number of the health department's environmental health specialists tasked with inspecting public swimming pools in Volusia County. It's a job that requires close attention to detail.
As part of our swimming pool inspection, we look to make sure the pool has the proper safety equipment, which includes this shepherd's hook and a life ring. These are to rescue a bather in distress, especially if you yourself can't swim. You can either reach or throw the life ring to rescue that bather. One of the things that's very important to look at a public swimming pool is the amount of disinfectant that's in the swimming pool. So what we're going to be checking for in this swimming pool is the amount of chlorine that's present. The chlorine is what kills the bacteria and viruses that may be present in the swimming pool. And when I add my chemical, it will turn pink if there's chlorine present in this swimming pool. This pool has 4 parts per million chlorine residual in the water, which is effective for killing bacteria and viruses that may be present in the swimming pool water. As part of our inspection, we look to make sure that the pool's chlorine and pH system is effectively delivering chemicals to the swimming pool.
The Volusia County Health Department has also been very involved in making sure all public swimming pools and spas are in compliance with the Virginia Graham-Baker Federal Pool and Spa Safety Act. That's a law to prevent entrapment, drowning, and injury at all public pools.
Part of our inspection, we check the overall appearance of the swimming pool, especially checking to make sure that the main drain grate is clearly visible at the bottom of the pool.
There are over 1,000 public swimming pools in Volusia County. The Health Department has authority to close any pools that are not up to standards. For more information about the Volusia County Health Department's programs and services, please visit www.volusiahealth.com. For Volusia Magazine and on behalf of the Volusia County Health Department, your guide to better health, I'm Public Information Officer Stephanie Strong.
As always, if you have any questions about this or any other health-related issues, you can log on to volusiahealth.com. Let's head into the studio to join Community Information Director Dave Byron and his guest, Tom Carey, Groundwater Resources Manager for the Environmental Management Division for Volusia County.
Well, thank you, Amber, and hi, everyone. Volusia County, and all of Central Florida for that matter, is going through an extended period of well below normal rainfall. This prompts concerns about wildfires and also about our underground water supply, which depends on rain for replenishment. With this in mind, we have with us in the studio today Tom Carey. Tom's the county's Groundwater Resources Manager with the Environmental Management Division. We're going to get an update on the severity of the drought and what impact it's having on our water table. Tom, thanks for being with us. How you doing?
Dave, I'm glad to be here.
Hey, Tom, we've talked about this, every year right at about this time.
Mm-hmm.
This is the driest period of the year in Volusia County. But historically in the last 3 or 4 years, we've been below normal rainfall.
Right, we're starting to form a little bit of a snowball with the deficits that we've racked up over the last 4 years. And it's really to the tune of about 25 inches of rain that hasn't fallen in Volusia County over the last few years, and that actually calculates out to trillions of gallons of water a year, so it can be pretty serious.
Yeah, and Tom, we've talked about the fact that our underground water supply is basically, and we're lucky, we're basically like a bathtub that's below Volusia County. And in order to fill up the bathtub, you need rain to do that.
It's gotta rain, right. Out of the 67 counties in the state, we're the only one that really is an island unto ourselves as far as our water resources go. We've got the St. Johns River to the west, fault lines to the north and to the south, and the Atlantic Ocean to the east. And it just kind of gives us a bowl, a bathtub, as you were describing, that no groundwater comes in, no groundwater goes out. And the only replenishment we get is through rainfall. That's why rainfall is so important.
So I guess the good thing is it's ours to manage, huh?
It is, yeah. It's our little nest to either messed up or take care of, and we choose to take care of it.
As let's focus in a little bit closer to where we are now. Let's look at like the last 18 months,
Sure.
Tom. still the same picture, still below normal rainfall.
Pretty much so. As we sit right now, if we look at the last 12 months, we're about 10 inches below normal, or 20% of the rainfall, that we haven't gotten. And you can liken it to your finances. If you got 20% less money over the last year, you'd probably be hurting and paying some bills.
Right.
And that's kind of how it equates out with the aquifer.
I know that you pay very close attention to the short-term as well as long-term weather forecast, and typically in Florida and Central Florida, typically around mid-late May, we start to go into the rainy season,
right.
and we most always think of that throughout most of the summer.
Right.
When you look at the forecast for rainfall going into the typical dry, the wettest part of Volusia County, the summer, what do you see?
This year it's not supposed to be so bad. In fact, earlier in the year, where we were kind of transitioning from a La Nina into neutral, they showed that we were going to have deficits in the summer, and now that's kind of gone away, and they're expecting normal rainfall over the summer. Now we would like to see an expectation of above normal, but that's not happening. But that's better than the below normal. So hopefully we'll get our normal rainfall, and like you described, our rainy season is where we get the majority of our rainfall for the entire year, those 5 months.
Would it be a stretch to say, Tom, that although no one really would wish for a tropical event or something,
right.
but really, is it fair to say that it's going to take some kind of tropical event, a storm or something, to really put the deposits back into the water supply?
Well, I mean, that's one way of making up some deficits. The other way is just to get above normal rainfall. Say,
right.
July is typically a 7.5 inch month. If we got 9 inches in July,
right.
and maybe 10 inches in August like we did last year,
right.
That would greatly help us. Like you said, nobody really wishes a tropical storm or a hurricane
right.
on anybody. But actually those are part of the natural system, and you need those from time to time to kind of give you a little bit of a boost and recharge the aquifer. Right. So that may happen this year, it may not, we don't know.
You and I have a little fun with a term that you coined called the double whammy,
yeah.
but it's a good analogy to this time of the year. So for those folks out there who don't know Tom Carey's double whammy, what is it?
They haven't experienced it yet. Well, this time of the year, people like to spruce up their lawns and make new plantings and get everything looking nice for the summertime. And so people tend to irrigate more at this time of year.
Right.
The problem is this is our lowest rainfall time of the year. April
right.
is. And so it's a double whammy on the aquifer. You're not getting deposits through rainfall to recharge the aquifer, but yet you're pulling more out of the aquifer by irrigating your landscape.
Right.
So it's a double whammy.
Tom, one of the things that you and your folks do in county environmental management is you have a very sophisticated network of monitoring wells, and every month you guys are out there taking the temperature of those wells and the well levels and that sort of thing, and you've got great historical data. As you look at your last well report, what does it tell you?
Well, we have 42 monitoring wells out there, and they're all over the county. There's deep wells and there's shallow wells, so we're looking at the superficial aquifer along with the Florida aquifer. We've got one well that we've had since 1932, so you're right, we do have a good period of record as to what's happening with our water resources in Volusia County. Out of those 42 wells, right now 23 are below baseline, and that's kind of a flag that we put on each one of the wells. The baseline is to tell us when there may be a problem. Right. So having over half of the wells below baseline at this time of the year is not a real good sign.
Right, and put that into perspective, Tom. We've talked many times in April, and we've talked in late May and so forth. And we've seen periods, usually in the late May period, where you can have as many as 30 monitoring wells
right.
below baseline. So we're not there yet, but 22 or 23 is not very good.
No, that's something to be concerned about. And the thing is, you mentioned, April and May. The readings that I'm talking about, of course, are from the end of March, since we're doing this in May. And so we're a couple of months early for that.
Yes.
And unless we get a good April and a good May, it's just going to continue to decline. And it looks like April's probably not going to be a normal rainfall month. It's probably going to be below normal. But maybe May will kick in and kind of put us over the top.
Well, all of that leads us to what we'd like people to do out there, and that is to be good water stewards.
Absolutely.
And to be good conservationists. People do like to keep their yards in shape and that sort of thing. So let's talk, Tom, about the regulations that are in place. If you're a homeowner in Volusia County? What are the regs?
Right, you're restricted to 2 days of watering per week, depending on what your address is. Wednesdays and Saturdays for odd, Thursdays and Sundays for even addresses.
Right.
Businesses can water on Tuesdays and on Fridays. Anytime but between the hours of 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. because that's the hottest time of the day,
Right.
and only 1 hour per zone.
And those nice St. Augustine lawns, like a lot of people like to have, you know, there's a danger with a St. Augustine lawn of overwatering that lawn, and actually you can damage your St. Augustine grass.
Right. If you overwater St. Augustine grass, you are adding to the fungus that can grow in,
Right.
in the grass, and also you're encouraging shallow roots so that, you know, when the deeper rains come, that it just passes right by the root zone. You know, I've been on several different committees, statewide committees, and one thing that everybody can agree on, from the Panhandle down to the Keys, is that 2 days of watering is plenty for a Florida lawn during daylight savings time.
And of course, there is lots of information available about water-tolerant plants, xeriscaping, and that sort of thing. And really, you can have a very, very nice, attractive yard with less grass and more Florida-tolerant landscaping.
You can, and it's, you know, it saves you money. It's a beautiful landscape. You have less pests when you don't have an overly grown lawn,
Right.
you know, the chinch bugs and things of that nature. So there's a lot of pluses to having a Florida-friendly managed lawn.
Tom, for those folks out there that may want to get water conservation information, perhaps take a look at your well tests or what have you, how do people get more information?
Well, you can go online, www.volusia.org/water-conservation. Got plenty of information on the aquifer, on Florida-friendly plants, when to water, when not to water, 25 ways to save water inside and outside the home, so a lot of information online.
Well, Tom, I want to thank you for sharing the information. You know, if things don't materially improve in the next several weeks, we'll have you back to see what the conditions are. But the key to it is we need some rain and we need people to conserve.
Absolutely. You know, we need the rain and have people do their part, which is conserve water and pray for rain.
Our guest today, Tom Carey with the county's Environmental Management Division. Tom, again, thanks for being with us.
You're welcome, Dave.
And with that, Amber, we'll go back to you.
Thanks, Dave, and thank you for watching Volusia Magazine. If you have any questions about our program, just give us a call at any of the numbers you see on your screen, or you can log on to volusia.org. You can also watch the show online just by going to volusia.org and selecting the News tab at the top of the screen. Incidentally, you can also access the Volusia County Council's meeting calendar there too. You'll find out about meeting dates, workshops, activities, topics of interest, and how you can get involved. Here's one way. Veterans are invited to an information session about the nationwide Veterans History Project on Wednesday, May 22nd at 10 a.m. at the Daytona Beach Regional Library. For more information about the program, you can call Adult Program Coordinator Deborah Schaefer at 386-257-6036, extension 16264. And finally, we hope you won't forget to listen to Volusia Today, Volusia County Government's public information radio broadcast. Volusia Today airs every Tuesday and Sunday mornings on the local radio stations you see on your screen. For Volusia Magazine, I'm Amber Patterson. Have a great evening.